Nothing to unbox today. I do want to share just a little bit. Here's what we're doing today. So I've got the top-down camera. I've been reading the latest App 64. I did, as you all know, if you remember from the last live stream, or was it 2 live streams ago? I don't remember. It's one of the, but I was really disappointed that there was no Mega 65 section in here. They said that they were going to start putting Mega 65 section in every issue, and they haven't done that. So, hey, Perifractic, you need to get back on that Mega 65 article thing there. Get that done. We need our Mega 65. If you're looking for somebody to help with that, I know somebody could probably help you get that written, although I'm not British, so I don't think they would hire me, so that wouldn't work. So I just want to mention this too. I am working on, this is version 2 of the Mega 65 User's Guide. I know we've got a few Mega 65 folks out there. This is the version 2 of the User's Guide that I got from Lulu. And I just announced in my February monthly newsletter, and have already completed the filming for the part 1. I am going to go through this User's Guide chapter by chapter. I am going to do the same thing I did with the Commodore Plus 4. And we're going chapter by chapter through this, mainly for a couple of reasons. First of all, I've had a couple people ask if I was ever going to do more Mega 65 content. I've actually had a few people say, are you going to do to the Mega 65 what you did with the Plus 4, which is go through every chapter? And then I really just need to spend time. I need to get back into my Mega 65. I miss it. It's right there, and I miss messing around with it. And so this is a great way for me to find out everything that's been updated since I've used it last, which has actually been a while. Well, not a while now, because I started filming yesterday on some stuff. But I've got chapter 1, got the A-roll all filmed. I got B-roll I'm doing. I'll probably finish some B-roll after we get done with the live stream. And chapter 1 of this will probably come out next weekend. And that's kind of nice because it's really just a short chapter. Chapter 1 is basically, here I can show you, it's basically just an introduction. And well, I can show you the blue page, which will probably give you a little more information. There's not a lot in there, so it's a great way for me to get started, to say, welcome to the Mega 65, other books in the series, talk about how to get this. It's just a fun little intro to the whole series, but then when you start getting into chapter 2, you start getting into it. And then I haven't figured out how I want to handle the basic section, because it is just one huge appendix. And so I'm looking for ideas and suggestions there, thinking maybe I'll focus on some of the more unique commands. I don't know. I have several months before I get to that chapter, but that'll be coming out kind of sporadically through between the live streams and some other content. So I just thought I'd share with that's coming out, and I'm excited. And that kind of ties in nicely, because what we're doing today is the other thing I wanted to do, and other thing that people have asked is, hey, how do you like your Sinclair, your Spectrum Next? And I've basically had to say I have no earthly idea, because I've not played with it other than the last live stream unboxing. I haven't touched it. So I thought, you know what, let's do something similar that I'm doing with the Mega 65. Let's go through this in a couple of live streams, the user's manual. I'm not going to do everything, I don't think, and today I'm not even sure how far we're going to get, but today I want to at least get through this part, which is the quick start guide, because as you probably know, watching the last live stream, I had no earthly idea what I was doing. I'm happy to report that I still have no earthly idea what I'm doing, and we will go through this together. So again, it's going to be all kinds of I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm glad there's a couple of Speccy folks in here. I'm glad there's an Ingo person in here, because you'll probably be able to help me. And there's some things about this card I do not like, and we will talk about that as we go. Mainly the small print for my old eyes. But so here it is. Let's go ahead and get this plugged in. Now I'm going to share some of the things that have happened. Or not happened, some of the things we've already covered in the live stream, but this is the power adapter that comes with it. Part of the Kickstarter was if they raised enough money, they'd put a switch on here, which was kind of nice. So I'm going to make sure that's off. We're going to plug this in, and that goes right here. And then this is going to get plugged in over here on this. Now I'm probably going to have to, let me break this out here. And how exciting is this? Me plugging something into plugging a wall wart into an outlet. Now that's some live stream content right there. And you're probably saying, why didn't he do all that prior? Because I wanted to do it live. I don't know why. I just wanted to remind everybody how all this works together. So here we go. Now, this is our quick start guide. This is our manual. I'm going to take the manual and put it over here for a minute. Oh, by the way, the drink for the day is the L8-1 Orange. L8-1 Orange. That is since 1926, they've been keeping people awake with their extra caffeine. So there you go. Cheers to my retroKatians out there. Now, here's the thing. I don't remember how to turn it on. Oh yeah, just flip the switch. When I say that, I mean this right here. There is no power switch right here. There's a reset, and we'll talk about these here in just a minute, but there is no power. You gotta flip the little switch. So that's what I'm gonna be doing right here. Here we go. It would help if I actually plugged in the HDMI cable. Why didn't you guys tell me I hadn't plugged in the HDMI cable? There you go. It's already begun. Yeah, thanks for looking out for me there, executive producers. You could have yelled at me and told me I didn't plug in my video. All right, now let's see if it's going to work now. Well, that was better. All right, there we go. So we are on firmware 1.44, and you'll see it loads everything up and goes right in because we've already done the initial setup for the video modes. So that is good to go. Now this is the part, this is a whole screen that takes you through a welcome and introduction. I think most of you saw this probably during the live stream. But let me go ahead and it says enter to go to the next page. Let's see. So there's our next page. You can see we have P for previous. So I can go back to that one, enter P. Oh, that's kind of nice. Why I say that is they're right here next to each other. So you're kind of using, I don't know why we just can't use the cursor keys on some of these things and people need to do this. Seems like that would be easier, but that's what we're doing here. And you can see just some of the information. And some of this information is actually in this little quick reference guide, which is kind of nice. So now I can disable this welcome. I am not going to do that. I say I'm not going to do that. I may not do that yet. We may do that just a little bit later. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit space to start next ZXOS, I think. There we go. All right, so then let's talk about this quick start guide. This is some tiny print. I got to tell you, I have been, my little eyes are, they're harsh. So what I want to do is kind of work through the quick start guide here, which we've already got through some of it, but I do want to cover, we've plugged it in. We finally added our HDMI. I love this. There's this big X. Do not plug a US peripheral here. You can't right now because I don't have the Raspberry Pi Zero in there for the accelerator. I don't know that I'll ever do that. I'm not sure that that's a thing for me, but we'll see, maybe. You do have ear and microphone plug. You have an audio out plug. You have a VGA, and you have a PS2 keyboard and mouse connector there. So those are on the back right here. Show those to you right there. You can see that. So right there, I'll need to work on that. I don't know that I need any of that. The only one I'll need is a mouse, and I think I mentioned last time, I found a PS2 mouse at World of Commodore sitting on the free table, so just perfect timing for that. So that's what we have there. Now, if we skip on over, it says turn on your ZX Spectrum, which we have done. If this is your first boot, then you'll see the test screen. We've already done all that. We're going to skip that. It looks like we can skip over to page 2 of the user's guide, and we have done all of this as well. We did all this during the live stream, last live stream, so it is all set up. Disable D to welcome, which we already talked about that. See how small this text is? Man, it is just tiny. And I also am not a fan of the black. I would have preferred white with black text too, because this hurts my eyes. Okay, so now let's go back to here. It says that we can use the arrow keys to do a little work. So we can use these keys right here to kind of work through the menus. Let's see what happens if I hit the arrow. Oh, there we go. So you see it's changing the speed of the CPU by hitting the left and right arrow keys. So that's that. Okay, and then we can use the down and up to move through the different options. That's pretty basic. We can hit, and of course, go to more, come down here and go to more, and there we go. So there's that. Now, what I don't understand is a lot about this menu, and that's what this little quick start guide does, is it explains the menu for us. It also spends a little bit of time talking about the keyboard itself. So if we go back down to our top down, it says right here, the keyboard. Now that you have the computer set up, you'll want to use it. No doubt. We definitely will. But I feel like I missed something. Let me go back up here. This says we need to set up our Wi-Fi and our real-time clock. That I want to do because one of the things that this has that's really cool is there is evidently a Ooh, good catch. There's a browser in this thing where you can browse online and automatically download a title without even having to move it to the SD card. So you're just playing it from an online. So that sounds kind of cool. And I want to check that out at some point. So we are going to go through here now and set the real-time clock. What was it set to? Do we have a time? We don't have a time. Okay, so in order to get to that, I need to come down here to more. Oh, and it also says you can use a joystick if you want to move through the menus. I don't think we're going to do that. I do have one at the ready in case we need that. Okay, tools. All right, got it. Come down here to tools. And there we go. So we can set our clock and set our Wi-Fi. Let's see, you would think that setting up Wi-Fi would automatically set our clock, right? Let's just see what it looks like to set the clock. All right, so, oh, wow, it is not correct, but it is close. Today is the 3rd, so let's go ahead and set this. There we go, 3-3, yep, that's right. And let's just go ahead and set it manually. So I'm looking at my little Pixel watch here. Will it let me do 14? No, it's gonna do 2. Oh, we gotta use the cursor, okay. Let's see if it has, good. It has military or European time, which is my preferred. So that's good. And I don't have, there we go. And press enter to confirm. So now, there we go. So now you can see in our next OS little menu there at the very bottom, we have our date and our time. That's kind of neat. That says 2023. It's 2024. What do I do? Here, let me fix that. Let's see. I think I made a mistake there. I'm in the wrong year. Let's go ahead and get that set. Yes, there we go. 2024. Ugh, gosh, I can't believe we're already in 2024. There you go. Okay, now the next thing we want to do is set up our Wi-Fi. All right, Wi-Fi setup. Let's see if this works. Getting information. All right, so we can scan our networks. Folks, for the sake of security, I'm going to try and do this somehow without typing in a bunch of stuff, but I want you to see part of the process. But when we get to the password, I'll probably pop over here and then we'll go back over because I just don't know if it's going to display anything with this old thing. So let's scan our networks with number 5. All right, let's see if it can find, well, I'm looking for retrocoms. Looks like it's found all my TVs in the house. Found 9. When does this thing stop? Ah, there we go. I had to hit enter. For some reason, I don't know why, I had to hit enter. So let's go ahead and we are going to do number 9. All right, so I'm going to knock off here just a minute. I'm going to do a random number just to see. Oh yeah, so see, it would have shown my password. So let me go back to camera here. So there we go, firmware 1.2.000 connected to retrocoms. That's my internal IP, so I'm not too concerned about that. Last scan found 9 networks, so we are online. Now, I don't know what that means. It looks like we can do a Wi-Fi firmware update. I don't know, I guess we should give that a try. Oh, so, well, I'll tell you what, before we do anything, let's go back. Some progress, folks. We've made progress. We've actually used our quick start guide and we've made some progress. I'm feeling a little bit better about my Speccy. Let's do a 7, which is a Wi-Fi firmware update, just to see what happens, shall we? This could go horribly wrong. All right. Oh wait, attempt latest V2 via Wi-Fi. Use next beta 3 firmware. Oh man, I don't know what that means. Could we? Surely this wouldn't brick it, right? Attempt latest version 2. Via Wi-Fi. Let's try that. Let's do number 1. I don't think I want to use the beta, that's for sure. Looks like we're doing something here, folks. Not sure what just happened because it looks like our firmware is still the same unless it updated the firmware for the ESP32 that's in this thing. So I don't know. I'm not going to mess with it. I'm going to say 0 quit and we are getting the heck out of Dodge while things are working. Stop statement. Oh, that's interesting. What does that mean? I hit 0. Oh, there we go. Okay. Wow. Just the different ways that it works is just kind of interesting. So we've completed this page. Now we're on this keyboard. So now we're getting an orientation to the keyboard. All right. And this keyboard is pretty nice. It is no Mega, for my Mega 65 folks, this is no Mega 65 keyboard. But it is, we say in Kentucky, ain't bad. And it's got a good feel to it. It's got that nice concave kinds of sections on the keys. I like that, but it's really weird because my pinky is on the enter key. There's no semicolon over here or colon for me, right? So I get thrown off all the time. There's a lot of keys over here, so I find myself doing this a lot, and that's not right. It's got to be this. And I don't know how much touch typing I'm going to do. You're probably going to be seeing me do a lot of this because I'm afraid I'm going to make mistakes. But this is the keyboard. It does have some interesting keys. It's got a break key, an edit key, invert video, true video. I don't know what those do. No caps lock. I don't know what a graph key does. A caps shift. Here we go. Now we're talking what's the difference between caps lock, caps shift. It's kind of like the Commodore versions, right, of shift and, or not shift, caps lock, scroll, or not scroll lock, cap, whatever those buttons are, you know what I'm talking about. Extend mode, we got symbol mode, and then we've got some keys down here. And then we've got some here, cursor keys, but then we've got other characters here. And so you got to learn all that. And that's why I have to say, I don't like Mr. because I want to go through that experience of being frustrated by the keyboard. I don't know why. If I had a regular keyboard and all the keys worked, it wouldn't be the same experience that I would have had if I purchased this in a box back in the 1980s. So this is why I really like, instead of the Mr., I like recreations, right, of these devices. In your impatience, you probably already have started pressing keys on the keyboard. Probably so, right? Oh, there we go. That's going back to the browser. I see what they're saying. So how do I get out of that? See, this is the thing now. I'm in here. I don't know how to get out of here. And maybe is it okay? How do I get out of there, guys? How do I get back to my menu? Is that this? I'm pretty sure I don't want to have to hit this all the time. Well, I guess I do. I just hit that. Okay. There's a yellow button on the side. It's this one right here, and that seems to take you back. Now there might be another way to do that, but actually that took me to something else. That did not take me to the main menu, so that's not it. How do we get out of the browser and back to that? Looks like somebody says, who's going to be my, oh, hey, Zeggy, great, hit break to go back to the menu. Thank you, sir. Hit break. So that's this one right. Oh, look at that. There you go. It's like escape. So break is like escape. See, this is why I love a live stream. I love when people come in and help. So thank you. Your first live stream with me too, I think. So thanks for coming in and saving my bacon today. Okay. So we just learned something. Outstanding. So let's go back to here and let's go to the second part of our, let's see, we have, okay, here we go. So here's some more. I'm not going to go over this. It talks about in here some of the things that you can do to reset and those types of things. We're not going to cover that. We don't need to do that, but I do want to look at the special keys and buttons. Here we go. So these are all the ones that are on the side right here. This is the reset button, which I just hit, and that's going to take you all the way. And there's two resets on this according to the quick start guide. There's a tap and there's a tap and hold. So a tap is a soft reset, a hold is a hard reset. The difference, of course, usually being soft reset doesn't clear your memory, just restores it back to the home screen. So good to know. There are function keys on here as well, and you get to those by hitting the NMMI button. Oh, this is awkward. Right here, you hold that and then you press 1 through 0, and that gives you function keys F1 through F10. Says that there is an F11 and an F12, but you have to have a PS2 keyboard access to get those. But it looks like we don't really need those because that is the expansion bus off and the expansion bus on. You can see that here. You have this other button right here. The drive button triggers the div MMCs. That is the hardware module that manages the SD card. So when in the next mode, it is disabled, but it is automatically enabled when an alternate operating system called ESX-DOS is installed. Okay, so it sounds to me like it's a little bit like the kind of the restore button on the Mega 65. You tap it and hold it and you get another feature. Here's the part I'm really excited about. And I know I shouldn't be that excited about it, but I am. Familiarizing yourself with editing and the screen, because this has always been a mystery to me. How, oh, look at that. It's got a screensaver. Check that out, folks. Pretty cool. Let me hit space. There we go. I like that. That's kind of a nice little addition. One of the things that has always confused me about this is how it works. I remember the Timex Sinclair that we talked about earlier. It was really weird how you put in programs. You could only do a line at a time and the screen would flash and just a lot of weird things. Now I know there's some upgrades since then, but I'm anxious to see how all this works. It says to enter the editor, select the next basic option. Okay, select the next basic from the opening menu. Where is that? Next basic option from the opening menu. Oh, there it is right there. Got it. Next basic. Okay, so we're going to select that. All right, so now we're in. I do like the little bar at the bottom. That's colorful and nice. Okay. Commands, buttons, functions, operations are typed letter by letter in this version. Okay, got you. Understand. While the cursor's position, text entry, shape, and color visually indicate, yeah, so there we go. So it shows up there. Got that. The cursor is a flashing blue and white rectangle in the top left-hand corner. If you type any letters at the keyboard, then they appear on the screen at the position of the cursor, just like all computers do. There are 3 column modes that Next Basic supports. So it has 32 column modes, 64, odd, and 85. Now see, those are really different than Commodore. I mean, Commodore, of course, the VIC-20 had a 23 column, but then it went to 40 and 80, not 64 and 85. That's interesting. The latter two use the Timex high-res screen modes, more on screen modes in the user's manual, and are thus monochrome. So if we use 64 and 85 column modes, that means they're going to be monochrome. 32 is the only mode that supports color. Good to know. As for these modes, the cursor cannot be color-coded, of course, because it's black and white. This is called the little arrow, the little line at the bottom, that is called the footer bar. It says, secondly, there is a black bar towards the bottom of the screen. This is called the footer bar and tells you which part of the computer's built-in software you're using at the moment. So for me, it's Next Basic. I'm assuming if it was some other OS or a tool or something, it would show that. The status area. The last item of note is the small lower portion of the screen. This fits between the footer bar and the bottom of the screen. Really? I don't know how to get there. It has room for 2 lines of text and is most often used by the ZX Spectrum when it detects an error. So I'm assuming right underneath that status bar, or the footer bar, I gotta get that, the footer bar, that's the footer bar. There's a area for error messages to come up. Okay, opening, editing, other editing keys and special combinations. Aside from the cursor key for navigation and enter for selection, there is also the edit key and a series of special combinations that are specific to Next Basic. So where's that edit key? Let me show you guys where that is. Okay, that's right here. So they're talking about this key right here. And I got a whole list of things. There's extend and edit, which switch between full and lower. So how do we do that? If I hit edit, oh, there we oh, edit. So if I hit edit, that pops up. I'm not sure if you saw the screen sizes that change. That's kind of interesting right there. So there's that one. I can change, that's 64 columns. I can also change it to 85. Man, that is just super squashed, isn't it? Let's go ahead and put that back on our 32 because, as I mentioned earlier, 32 is the only version that has color. And we have our screen, which switches between like a command line screen and Next Basic screen. So we could type some things down here in this area, and then we can see things happening up here is the way I understand that. Somebody will tell me it's different, can. We have a renumber, which I won't go through, but that renumbers your basic programming. I'm not sure why that's not a basic command and why it has its own option. There's probably a reason for that. There is clear, which I assume, well, let's just see what clear does. Clear probably clears the screen would be my guess. Let's see. Let's type a few things, hit clear, and see what happens. There you go. Yeah, it just resets it. That's kind of nice. I have no earthly idea what token keys are, string tokens. And there's the guide, which is really kind of cool. And then I can get out of here and then go back into here. Okay, so that is basically what is covered on the first couple of pages here. Now, what I wanted to do, and if the stream will hold out, is I would like to do the basic programming example that's on here because I've never typed in a basic program. That's where I had hoped to get to today. So I do want to try that, but there are just a couple other things I want you to see on here too. There is, we saw this, this is really weird. There's a calculator. And I'm not sure why, again, they have a separate calculator. Now, who knows where the plus symbol is? I'm sure it's on here somewhere. So here's what I'm doing now. I'm looking for the plus symbol on this keyboard. Oh, there it is right there. So that's, is that a, I think that's a shift. Let's see. Shift and, yeah, there we go. 2 plus 2, enter. Yeah, there we go. So you've got a little calculator built into that if you need to use that. Let's go ahead and exit that. And let's go back in. Oops, let me go put my speed back up there. And let's go back into Next Basic. There you go. All right, so that was the only other thing in the menus that we haven't had a chance to look at. You know, it's interesting because the Mega 65 has a core for the ZX Spectrum. I wonder if the ZX Spectrum will have a core for the Commodore 64. Now that would be kind of interesting to see that ported over, although I would hate to do that on this keyboard. I'm just telling you, this would drive you bonkers. All right, so according to this, to write a program, let me go to the program page. Oh man, this may not have been a good idea, folks. This may not have been a good idea. I probably didn't want to do this. Next basic. Okay, it says that next basics comes with some things. Okay, I'm just going to try and type it in and see what. Oh, okay, so there's 10. Now it does color code. It says cyan is usually numbers. And then I can do 4, and that's a command for, what are we doing? F. I do F equals. Oh, great. Here we go. I got to find an equal. Okay, I found it. It is right here. So it's going to be symbol and this. So that's what I'm doing to get the equal. So 4F equals 1, 2, looks like 100. And we are going to step that every other, let's see, 10. Okay, so then I hit enter, and that enters it in there, and then it goes from lowercase to all uppercase and puts in colors to specify what everything is. That's pretty nice. Let's see, the computer should have also emitted a short high-pitched beep. Boy, I didn't hear that. I don't know. I'd like to hear beeps, that's for sure. we don't want to miss our beeps, do we? Let me turn my retro volume up here. Now this could just kill us if we play a game. So is that on? It is on. So let me do another line here. Let me just do a 20. It says a high-pitched beep means everything's fine. A low-pitched beep means there's something wrong with the line. That's kind of cool. That's kind of a neat indicator. I like that. Use the delete key to remove character, so you can actually move up. Oh yeah, you can move up to a line, and then you can make changes if you need to do that. So let's see, if I made this a 05, I get a beep. Okay, so let's go ahead and make that what it's supposed to be. Okay, good. All right, so then we need to do another line that is this one right here, and it looks like we're going to be doing some graphics on here. So let's do that. We're going to type that in. Now, the good thing is this isn't a long program. It's just a couple lines, and it covers like a whole page. So we're going to be moving through this pretty quick, and then I'm hoping that we can get to, I think the very last page of this, it tells us how to get to that online repository of software so that we can actually download maybe a game, and we'll try a game at the end of this. So here we go. Let's go back in here. Let's go back in here. We're going to do 20 and plot. Oh man, this touch typing on here is very difficult. It's 0, comma. Oh, see, now I can't use a comma because the comma is not where, comma, 0. Yeah, I'm back to touch typing again, folks. Colon. Oh man, colon. Where's the colon? Where's the colon? Colon. Ugh. Colon is. Oh, there it is. Of course, it's where the colon would be. It's here. What in the world? Okay. All right. Draw. F, comma, there's that weird comma again, 175. This would just take forever. My muscle memory is not at all anywhere around this keyboard. And then plot. And then 255, comma, 0. Colon again. We got another colon. If I get this right the first time, it's going to be amazed. Draw. The keyboard's fine. I like the keyboard. Minus, oh, that's 0. No, that's not right. Minus, is that symbol? No, that's not right. Shoot. Minus that's underscore. Where is minus? Here we go, folks. Looking for there it is. Of course, it is the symbol J command for minus. Yes, that makes every sense in the world. Minus F, comma. At least I know where the comma now is. There we go. And let's see if that. Hey, I got it right. I think. Let me read 00, comma, draw, F, comma, 175, plot, 255, comma, 0, draw, negative 175. Okay, don't worry about line 20 spilling over onto the next line of the screen. I was not worried about it. I don't know why. The computer will take care of this. All right, and then we need a 30. And that is the next F. There we go. And that looks like we are good to go. Again, press enter. The line you just typed in is line 30, and the cursor should be positioned below it. It is. As an exercise, we will now edit line 10 and change the number 100 to 255. Okay. Press the arrow key. So what they're doing is they're just showing that you can do something like this. And we'll do 255. Oh, look at that. You've got to do the, there we go, and hit enter. Oh, that's interesting. Now, that put a space in, or a line in there. Cursor key is moved to the right, 100, press delete 3 times. Okay, we did that. The computer has reopened up a new line in preparation for the next text. Oh, that's interesting because, look, oh, there we go. I can actually move down. I see. Okay, we're gonna run this. Wish me luck, everybody. Here we go. All right, check that out. We actually have some graphics. Let's see, basement grill pit is a portal. Hey, don't be giving away my secrets, man. Yeah, they come out of here. And yeah, gosh, this thing, I'm afraid this thing really scares me. Look at this thing. Here you go. You want to see this? I've never shown this to you guys, have I? Here, I'm going to show you here. This is where the aliens come from. Right there. If we need to grill while I'm live streaming, it is right here. We can throw in a couple of dogs, a couple of burgers, a steak. Shoot, we're good to go. I will never fire this thing up because I will, you know what kind of luck I have. I would torch the house. But yes, that was here, which is really interesting. There you go. Thanks for pulling out that one there, Jamie. Let's get through the rest of this thing. So we've gone through here. We've done that. I got to figure out where I am. I think we are on our last page, my friends, right here. And this is just about editing the program. So enter, watch what happens. Okay, we did that. Yep, we saw that. Let me go back to the screen here. What it's saying is, it's talking about you see the little numbers down at the bottom, the 0, okay, and 30, :1. Don't worry about what the report means, okay? Everybody, don't worry about what that report means. Press enter, the screen will clear, and the footer bar will come back. Okay, I'm gonna press enter. Oh yeah, look at that, it sure did. This takes about a second or two, during which time the computer won't be taking it away from the computer. Okay, first you've given the computer a list of instructions. Instructions tell the computer what to do. Instructions have a line number and are stored. Yeah, that's just basic stuff. We know that. Commands are just like instructions, blah, blah, blah. Parameters. Yeah, okay, we're gonna skip all that. We know that. We are all had some experience with basic programming, so that all makes sense. Now press the edit and select the screen option. Okay, edit and select the screen option. Got it. Going down here. Okay, we're gonna find out what this thing does. Oh, cool. Okay, so the editor moves the program down to the bottom of the screen and gets rid of the footer bar. Yeah, it did. You can only see line 10 of the program as the rest is hiding off screen. Actually, I can see a little bit of 20, so, but not all of it. So they're right. Yeah, I get a single line basically. Press enter and then type run. Press enter and then type run. Okay, did it. Press enter again and the program will run exactly, but this time if you press enter afterwards, the screen doesn't clear. Oh, and you can move up and down the program listing. Oh, look at that. That's kind of cool. Yeah. So you get to keep what you had on screen and work with that. To prove that the editor really is working and the information, change line 10. Let's change that from, looks like we're going to change it from step 10 to step 7. Okay. Well, this is actually helpful. I will say that. I kind of get, and then we can type run. Oh no, it says don't type run. Interesting. It says type go to 10. So we're going to execute at 10 because we're within the program. Instead of running, which would clear the screen, we're just going to go to 10, I think. Let's see if my theory is correct. Yes, so it just wrote right on top of it as opposed to clearing. My guess is if we type run, I'm going to type run, it's going to clear the screen again. Yeah, pretty cool. All right, well that's pretty neat. So that is, everyone, that is everything from here to here. Staying up to date with the documentation. That was this piece right here, and I'm not sure if you all saw that. There is this wonderful little section right here called the guide. I'm not sure if the stream died on me while I was showing this, but it does have documentation built in, which I really like this. Of course, I like a manual, but this is really nice, and you can kind of work through the manual and find what you need. I don't see a search, so I think you're going to kind of have to look through it much like you would a regular book, but that is kind of nice to have that. Let me see from previous. Let's do Q for quit, and that's nice that it takes us right back. So if you've got questions about a line of code or a command, you have access through an online guide. That is really nice. I am digging that. All right, so next, oh, here we go. Here it is. The Internet Software Downloader. Hey, let's see if we can download a game. I want to try this next next zxdb.dl internet soft. So you go to, let's see, it looks like we want to go, let me go back here. I'm going to hit break. Nope, it's not break, it's edit. Yeah, there we go. And we're going to go to exit. I think that's right. There we go. And then we're going to go to our browser. And then it says it's found under apps Wi-Fi. Apps Wi-Fi. And oh, there it is. ZXDB downloader. I'm going to assume it's this one. I don't know. Oh, there it is. All right. Now I don't know what I do. You know what? I do think we're probably going to need a joystick. We'll do the Hyperkin. We like a good Hyperkin around here. Now I have no earthly idea which one I plug this into. Where are they? Oh yeah, that's right. They're on the front. I forgot about that. Yeah, these are nicely placed on the front for you. I'm going to go with joystick 1 because I think that's it. Okay, let's plug that in. All right, so now we have our ZX, we have this, and let's see, let's go back to our retro spacebar. There we go. And let's see, oh, there we go, search. Hey, that's pretty cool. So games, hey, let's try something. Let's see if it works. Commands, change the downloading dummy file, type search term and press enter. Oh, look at that. This is pretty cool. Let's see if we can find Jet Set Willie. Thank you for that, Taro. Jet Set. I'm just going to do Jet Set, see if it finds it. There we go, Jet Set. Oh, there's a Jet Set Willie editor. Oh man, this just made this. This just made this. This is going to be a fun machine. This is really going to be a blast. And let me get this out of the way. You can't see what I'm doing. Okay, so the joystick doesn't work. You're still using the arrow keys. Let's see. There's Jet Set Willie. There's a couple of different versions. I think we'll go with, I don't know, do we go with the, I'm not sure what this means, TZX or ZX or Z80. I think this is going to be newer, right? So let's try, and it says 84. Let's try, that one says pre-production. This says bug fix. I'm going to go with this one. Let's see what happens. Press enter to play, C to change save directory. Oh, you can actually save it after you download it. That's pretty cool. Let's hit enter. Oh, okay. I'm not sure what to begin loading, select the mode. I don't know. TX loader. Don't know what I'm doing here. I'm going to try one. I'm just going to try one. I probably chose the wrong thing. Let's see if we can hit edit. Edit's not working. Break's not working. So this is one of those things where I don't know what I'm doing, and so it didn't work. So we're going to hit reset, and we're going to try it again. I probably picked the wrong thing. So I'm gonna disable this. So let's hit D to disable. Okay, and let's go into more tools. Oh no, wait, I don't want. What am I doing? I want to go to the browser. There we go. Browser. Oh, well, at least it went back to where it was. Okay, that's good. Let's readme. Let's go to the readme text. There are two folders. To connect your Wi-Fi using. Oh, that's just for that. Okay, let me exit that. Let's try this again. Manic. Let's just do Manic. Surely there's not many Manic Minute. So here's what I think I'm going to do. I think that's it for the day. I think we did what I intended to do. It took 2 live streams to do it, but we did it. We have gone through the quick start guide for the ZX Spectrum Next. Now again, what I'm going to do is I am going to grab both of these streams. I'm going to piece them together into a single stream, and I'll re-edit it a little bit, make an edit, and then I'll put it back online, and I'll put some time codes in there. That's going to cost some work. That probably won't get done soon, but both of these will be offline. I'll redo it, and then I'll post them, and we'll shrink it down a little bit and maybe have some fun. Maybe some folks will learn a little bit from this particular one. By the way, for those of you that are not supporting, I would be remiss if I did not show this. So let me go ahead and do this. Where is there we go. Don't forget, if you want to support the channel so that I can continue to learn how to keep live streams running. and pay my bills. You can do that at any one of these great levels right here. Hey, look, you can see me through there again. There it is, because of the colors, and so that's all messed up too for some reason. But if you join at the VIC 20 level, you can join the Discord where a lot of stuff happens and the conversation continues, so keep that in mind. There's also a thanks button down there at the bottom. If you want to use that, you can do that. I should also say at the Buy Me a Coffee perks, you do get the newsletter, which I just sent the February newsletter out, and we do have a new member, C.L.P. He joined at the Mega 65 level, so thank him for that. He is all in, and he snuck in just in time to get next year's Christmas gift. So I've also got a care package I need to send out to him with some stickers and some things. So really happy to have C.L.P. on board as well. So thanks for that, and thank you all for joining me today.